Speech off.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I haven't done like a blindness video in a while, and there's been a few things that have sort of happened that have been kind of funny. And so yeah, I kind of just thought I would come and talk about those and maybe ask a couple of questions. You know, I haven't done a questions I've always wanted to ask sighted people video in several months, because honestly I haven't been able to think of any questions off the top of my head. But so let's just start with the questions. So the first one I have is, can sighted people see in the dark? Because I don't understand. Why are you all scared of the dark? Because from what I understand, apparently your eyes adjust to the dark and then you can see. I mean, that's what I get from reading books. So it's like, can you see in the dark or can you not see in the dark? And why is dark so scary? Is it just like the suddenness of it being dark? Like, I genuinely don't understand. Like, if you can see in the dark or if you can't. Second question, can you actually see people in cars? Like, when Dad's yelling at someone with his road rage and he says, "Move, lady," does he actually see the lady in the car? Because sometimes you can see them and sometimes you can't, from what I understand. So, can you or can you not? When can you see the driver? When can you tell if it's a man or a woman? Like, I never quite understood that. Now, on to my next question. Why do sighted people find us so freaking fascinating? This goes into a story that I have, or a couple of stories. Like, my dad says that people, like, just stare at me as we walk past, to the point that they're bumping into walls because they're too busy focusing on me and continuing to walk through the grocery store. So they'll, like, bump into shelves or bump into walls or whatever. It's like, I'm that fascinating. And a few days ago, I was at the Y on the treadmill, and I was waiting in the hallway, like, for Dad to come out of the bathroom, so I was writing a text. And Dad came out of the bathroom just in time to see a guy, like, watching me, and apparently he fell down the stairs. The stairs of death, I might add. I call them the stairs of death because they're, like, super rickety, and they have kind of, like, a little gap. He fell down a few steps. Like, really? People, cool it. I'm not that interesting that you should kill yourself watching me write a text. Or, I don't know, use a treadmill. Like, truly. Value your safety a little more. And if you insist on watching every disabled person that you see, wear a helmet. Because you're going to injure yourself someday. If you truly can't keep your eyes off me. At least protect your heads. That's all I gotta say about that. Like, you guys are weird. There's no need for you to be bouncing down a set of stairs or bouncing off walls or knocking things over at the grocery store because I'm fascinating to look at. You weirdos. So there's that. The next thing I have to ask, which kind of goes into another story, is, for the love of God, can you just treat us normal? Like, and I'm not saying you have to be, like, rude or anything, but, like, I guess I want you to be as rude to me as you would be if I was sighted. So, like, I was in the treadmill a few days ago, and there was this lady who wanted it, and I didn't realize that, and she's not going to tell me because I'm blind, and you apparently don't tell the blind girl that she's been on a treadmill for 45 minutes, and you're only supposed to be on it for half an hour. She'd been waiting for a bit, but she wasn't going to tell me to get off, because it's me. And it's like, jeez. I wish somebody would tell me to get off, because then it's like I'm like everybody else. You know? I don't want you to be, like, overly rude, but be as rude as you would be to anybody else who is hogging a treadmill. Just tell me nicely, hey, I've been waiting for it for a few minutes. Can you get off? And I probably would, because it's her turn. I just happened to be so into my walking because I was listening to a really good book, and I didn't even realize the time. I actually have a book that I started where I will only listen to it on the treadmill because it's my motivation to go to the treadmill in the first place. It's a really good book, too. It's called The War Orphan by Anna Stewart, in case you care. Whatever. That's my treadmill book. But it's closed on Sundays. And tomorrow I think we're going to go visit my nieces and nephews. So guess it's going to have to wait till Monday after today. I'm going to go in a little while. But my point is, like, it kind of sucks to be treated differently in that way too. Not that I enjoy people being rude to me, but I guess I want you to be able to feel comfortable enough to just talk to me like you would any other rando. And not, like, worry that I'm going to cry or something if you tell the blind girl to get off the treadmill because you've been waiting patiently for 20 minutes. Like, it's your turn. Tell me to get off. I don't know. Makes me feel worse when you're nice to me, like overly nice to me. Just be normal. I don't know. It makes it sound like I want you to be mean to me, but I don't. I just want, I don't know, you to be polite, but, you know, you also have a right to that thing, so tell me to get off. Anyway, I do have one more story. It doesn't really relate to a question, but so it was, I think it was like right after Christmas. Oh no, I have two more stories. So this one's actually funny though. This one was right after Christmas, and we went to like this, it was like a shopping center to take my niece to go to Yogurtland to get frozen yogurt. I don't understand kids and their thing for ice cream in the winter. I don't want ice cream when it's 35 degrees outside. Like, I truly don't. I want hot chocolate. Who the heck wants ice cream in 35-degree weather? Anyway, so we were, like, walking through, like, the little shopping center thing. It's, like, an outside plaza area, and there's a fountain. And the kids were, like, there was a bunch of kids, like, filling their water guns from the fountain and, like, shooting each other. And one of them shot me. And then they saw the cane, and all of a sudden they're running away going, "Ah, you shot the blind girl! You shot the blind girl!" I mean, it was glorious, and I was cackling. I haven't laughed so hard in a while. Like, just them freaking out and running for their lives because they shot the blind girl. It was totally worth being wet. Like, they shot me in the face. My last story, good God. This one, I don't even know whether to laugh or what, because I think we were going into Costco, and there was this lady, I assume she's not mentally well? Anyway, you know how sometimes you see people, like, preaching just there, and they have, like, their religious, whatever, they're preaching at people, whoever stops by to listen to them, they're just talking about God or whatever. Well, this one was talking about DNA and how we need to stop procreating because we're creating, anyway. She was all about humanity just not reproducing anymore, apparently. And then, I guess, her dream example comes coming around the corner, and it's me, and she's like, "See, everybody, that is an example of bad DNA. That is why we need to stop reproducing." I'm like, okay, thanks. Thanks a lot. The whole parking lot's looking at me like I'm a freak. It's like, it's my lucky day. There's a prime example of why we need to stop reproducing. Oh boy. I mean, yikes. It was, like, I think what makes me laugh is that, like, nobody was really paying attention to her. And then all of a sudden she had a captive audience because, like, I come around the corner. It was wild. I mean, again, I don't think she was okay. So I'm not laughing at her, per se. I'm just laughing at the fact that, like, she didn't have anyone listening to her. And then all of a sudden, like, I come around the corner, and then all of a sudden everybody's, like, rapt attention on her. It was weird. And she was actually kind of flattered because all of a sudden everybody was paying attention to her. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm apparently the reason that the earth needs to stop having children. So, yeah. That's my blindness update for the last few months. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!
Speech on. Stop recording video. Rear bottom right. Stop recording video.